Hello and welcome to Kashmir Road to Progress, a new special series launched by WION. On August 5th, 2019, the Government of India revoked two key constitutional provisions, Article 370 and Article 35A. The existing state of Jammu and Kashmir was divided into two union territories, Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh. What has changed here in the last 2 years? Has this move brought development to the region? Over the next few weeks, I am going to be discussing issues that matter to the people who call this beautiful valley home. Issues related to their lives, their livelihoods, their dreams, and their ambitions. Alpine peaks, serene lakes, endless meadows, lush gardens, and orchards. This is Kashmir, popularly described as heaven on earth, for its unparalleled beauty. August 5th, 2019, was a historic day for the region. In fact, for the whole country. The Indian government announced that provisions of Article 370 were scrapped and Article 35A was made redundant. These were landmark political decisions. It meant Kashmir would no longer have a separate constitution and would have to abide by the Indian constitution like other states. As the second anniversary of the abrogation approaches, we travel to Kashmir to see what has changed since. Has the move brought development to the region? Is Kashmir on the road to progress? Will it help unlock Kashmir's tourism potential? What a fantastic day it is. Although it is overcast, the temperature is just perfect. I'm on a houseboat on Nagin Lake, and I think, along with the shikaras, these houseboats are a symbol of the culture of Kashmir. Today we are talking about tourism, which is perhaps one of the largest and one of the fastest growing sectors in the region. I am joined today by these fabulous people. Farah Zaidi, co-founder and PR director, Kashmir Off-Road. Zaidi started off as a travel writer. After globetrotting for over a decade, she returned to India and co-founded the company with her husband in 2017. Rauf Tramboo from Adventure Tour Operators Association of Kashmir. Rauf has been president of the organization for over 6 years and has been developing and promoting adventure sports and adventure tourism here. Ghulam Rasool, president of the Houseboat Association. He represents lake dwellers and is often found in government and stakeholder meetings aimed at resolving issues pertaining to the Dal. Yasin Tuman is the owner of the mascot houseboat, where we are shooting this show. His family has been involved in this trade for 6 generations. Yasin is passionate about everything related to houseboats and the craftsmanship involved in building one. Thanks for joining us, everyone.
Thank you for inviting us, Johan.
Thank you. So with coronavirus now starting to go away a little bit, how has it been for the past season and the previous season over the winter, Yasin?
We have witnessed a great winter. Yeah. And there was unprecedented growth in the arrivals of tourists post 10th December, December, January, February, March, and the first few weeks of April went well. And we were very upbeat. After that, we witnessed another lull which the entire world stand. The summer in the last 1 month has been looking promising. And being in Kashmir, we are always, you have a large population which is connected to tourism and which has had a history of more than 150 years in tourism, because tourism is a culture here.
Not to mention the Gulmarg situation and everybody coming to snowboard.
Exactly, like once I've said, August onwards, we had, thank God, we had a very good, snowfall this year. Last winter, right from mid-December, which got the attention of the people in India. And especially those people who used to go for their winter vacations to Europe and Alps and other places. And they found, because these airlines, they were shut and closed to go outside India, and they thought, why not go to Gulmarg that time? And Gulmarg came into a buzz, and there was hardly any place left where people could come and stay. It was such a huge rush. We were not, in fact, expecting it that way, but as he said, we are always ready to cater whatever situations. And we managed it so well there, till end of this March.
Kashmir is also endowed with like great natural beauty. I mean, it's such a scenic place to travel around in. Ghulam, for people coming here for the first time, which are like the most important place to see when you're coming?
Gardens, the 3 Mughal gardens. If they have 2 days here, which generally the tourists used to have, our groups used to come from different parts of the world. The city tour, showing them the old city, 1400-year-old city of Srinagar, and the Shikara ride on Dal and Nagin lakes. Then we show them Gulmarg, one of the beautiful places in the world, highest ski resort in Kashmir, I should think in the whole of India. And if they have some more days, we take them to Pahalgam, another beautiful place. It's about 96 kilometers from Srinagar, about 3 hours drive. En route, we show them some old monuments of 8th and 9th century. And if they have a week, we give them a Shikara ride. We used to give them a Shikara ride from Srinagar, Dal Lake or Nagin Lake, into the India's largest lake, Wular Lake, or Manasbal Lake, or a day return trip to Gandalbal, which was thrilling for a tourist, for a foreign tourist especially, because he would not get it anywhere in the world.
Coming to the adventure side, I want to cut to you, Rauf. There's a lot of different adventure activities happening in Kashmir. Would you like to talk about what's available?
Nowadays, adventure is spreading very fast, and I can say in our country, in India, previously we used to cater only the foreign traffic till 88, 89, and after the like Tuan Saab said, we had a long lull of this about 2 decades. This tourism, which got badly affected, and during this time, adventure got very popularized in India in some parts, and they started going in different directions. Our neighboring states like Himachal is there, and then we have Uttarakhand, and then Sikkim, etc. places. Now we are back since last about 8-10 years. Adventure is back to normal now in Kashmir Valley. And we are catering all sorts of, adventure freaks whoever wants to come here for different activities.
Not to mention the Gulmarg situation and everybody coming to snowboard.
Exactly, like Tuan Saab said, August onwards, we had, thank God, we had a very good, snowfall this year. I mean, last winter, right from mid-December, which got the attention of the people in India. And especially those people who used to go for their winter vacations to Europe and Alps and other places. And they found, because these airlines, they were shut and closed to go outside India, and they thought, why not go to Gulmarg that time? And Gulmarg came into a buzz, and there was hardly any place left where people could come and stay. It was such a huge rush. We were not, in fact, expecting it that way, but as he said, we are always, ready to cater, whatever situations. And we managed it so well there, till end of this March. But thank God, we are very busy with the summer activities, like river rafting is at the moment going on there, and we are having a huge influx of trekkers at the moment from all over India.
I see.
And our mountains are very busy at the moment.
How has it been for you, Farah?
We have benefited from the thing, wrong or right, but the tourism was closed for most part of the world.
Yeah.
So this way what happened, most of the people started traveling by cars.
So Indians are not leaving India, so
they are coming to Kashmir, and that is where we come.
Yeah.
We promote overlanding.
Right.
When we say overlanding, we mean traveling by your own cars.
Right.
And visit the places which are not really accessible to the normal, which is not the, it's the offbeat places we go to.
People that seek out to go out of their way to find
You
something.
are not actually planning a destination to go to, it's the journey we talk about. The places you visit, Kashmir is full of beauty. You can just stop anywhere at any point of time and just sit and enjoy that very moment. So what we usually do, we invite people in their own vehicles and we tell them, come, we travel together, and we just decide on any place. Like Gulmarg and Pahalgam are the known places. People often visit these. But we take them to the remote areas, like for instance to the villages. And say Badgam and Bandipora, they have beautiful villages. We take them when we make them meet people. We stay with them. We actually stay in their houses. We try their local cuisine. So it's a different experience for outsiders, because now travelers are actually looking for an experience. Because everybody has traveled abroad and done this and done that.
Well,
and
even that a lot of people have gone from Manali to Leh, and it's like the most common route that everybody does. So I think Kashmir is just waiting to
be
become
explored.
a new hub.
Yes, it is, and it has picked up. I mean, lately in these last winters, like we all mentioned, we had so many travelers from all over the world. Not world, basically all over India. So it was beneficial to us that people, instead of going to far off countries and other places, they all visited Kashmir. And then they realized, why were we visiting Europe or America or Switzerland? Anyway, when Kashmir is right here, it's ours, and we can go there any part of the year, and we can visit this place whenever we wish to, and do whatever we wish to. The people are welcoming. Everybody is so hospitable, and we are actually waiting for people to come and explore each and every part of Kashmir.
Would you say it's a bit of a myth that Kashmir is not safe? Or, I mean, what do you think, Yassine? Is that a lot of people have that idea? I mean, I was concerned before I visited Kashmir the first time, because I'd never been here before. But when I came, it's like I discovered a whole nother world of this hospitality. People are so welcoming. So do you think that there's any reason to worry about safety, or is that more of a myth?
There is no reason to worry about. Actually, sometimes to be in the news is a bad news. So I think that is the story with Kashmir. And you know, like as I told you, in winters, in this summer, we have people, as Farah said, there are a lot of people from mainland India who go and stay with the people they know, and sometimes the people they are not known, they open their doors towards the tourists. It is necessarily not about money all the time. Okay, and so far as safety and risk, it's just probably the past couple of decades that are still carrying that kind of baggage with it. But safety and security or peaceful environment, it's all, you have seen it. I mean, people are going far off places like Gurez, they are going into mountains. Rauf is very much involved into that. I mean, and in Kashmir we have treks very different from compared to Nepal. I mean, you have more of trail walking there. Here you have to take everything along with you. It's just
like that. It's like fully remote.
Absolutely, it's like God, nature, and you. That's all.
Wow.
What you witness over there, and at very high altitude. So it's absolutely safe. I mean, there is nothing to be worried about.
Exactly. I can add here. You know, last week. I had a client, a girl, a very, very high profile, father's daughter. And she wanted always to do some walks in Kashmir. And finally she came, and she walked for about 6-7 days in one of the very beautiful areas in Valley. And once she finished her trek, and she couldn't believe it. And she said, all these years I wanted to come to Kashmir, but because of the certain perceptions about Kashmir, that stopped me coming. But this is something different I am witnessing at the moment. And she was so happy coming at last, to do her treks here. And this is, as Tuan Sahab said, we had previously some problems, but at the moment it's very peaceful. Those who come here, they wanted to come back again and again here.
So how can we make more people aware of this? How can we spread these positive stories? And
it's like you're doing this positive story.
I guess that's what we're trying to do.
We are thankful to you.
Like we say, when we travel, we usually document each and every place we visit. And we make sure that it reaches out to more and more people as we post it on social media, and we share it with more and more friends. And thankfully it has worked for all of us, because after watching the videos and all these activities we do, they actually started having the trust and faith in people here. And this has helped us in a good way, that people actually call us and ask, so okay, we are going to do this, what else can be done? So we create the itinerary accordingly. when you are in Srinagar, we make sure they live in a houseboat because this is an experience. You want their houseboats in other places also, Kerala and all, but the Kashmir houseboat is different level. So we bring them to houseboats. Okay, you can stay in a hotel. You come to Gulmarg, the best ski resort ever. You come in there in winters. In fact, a friend of mine had made this igloo cafe in winters, and I had done PR for it. And trust me, I was getting calls from all over India. Okay, is this place actually in India? There's an igloo in the middle of Gulmarg, and everybody started coming. So that happened, and then like I'm saying, Gurez. Now people actually know Gurez. They've been having film shoots.
Wow.
Yeah, film shoots. Now the Bollywood is coming. Everybody's coming.
Have you seen a big change from when you went there?
It is.
It's a very beautiful place. We took a tour over there long back, and I requested the Department of Tourism and the Minister of Tourism not to make hotels over there, not to allow hotels there, but to allow motels and of logs. The logs which are found over there, the trees which are found over there, it should be beautifully decorated inside, like a 5-star, 4-star interior decoration, but outside look should be around what you get in Gurez.
So there's not a hotel that destroys the landscape, so if it's in...
Chalets type, you know.
So this is actually what we call sustainable tourism. You don't really need to, like when people ask how can we promote more tourism to these remote areas. So we don't really have to build hotels or spoil the beauty of it. You need to make the locals aware that they have big houses, they can probably use one room and use it as a homestay. Serve the people the kind of food they eat, people will also eat, and then they learn about it. And just stay there and understand the culture. Just live with them the way they are. For luxury, we have Srinagar, we have Gulmarg, we have Pahalgam. So you have both kind of travel here. You can either do the remote travel or you can do the luxurious way. So in Kashmir, we offer everything.
Traveler, it takes months if you want, explore the whole Kashmir or go from length to breadth to see Kashmir. Government is also, our Department of Tourism, they are also working very hard, to promote these areas. In fact, about Gurez, I think we did, the first festival was in 2006 when government, put this on the map of Indian tourism. So there were a lot of, since then, many, people start coming to that place. But this year, exceptionally, there was a huge influx of tourists to Gurez. Like Madam said.
In fact, no one place is similar to the other in Kashmir. Wherever you go, the places are different.
Actually, if I may add here, like being in tourism and knowing Kashmir like the back of my hand, Kashmir has everything and a lot to offer. Like Rauf said, adventure trekking, sky's the limit. Then go back to skiing. I mean, we should now start to come out of Gulmarg. And I have an opinion that pan-India level, the government has to put a lot of effort into tourism, and tourism doesn't need a lot of money. When we use the word development, development doesn't need tons of or thousands of crores.
Absolutely.
And this country, Kashmir, has a lot to offer. So we have places like Gurez, and as Mr. Sia said, there is a place called Word One, East, West, North, South. There are tremendous places in Kashmir. Yes, the government has to, the policymakers as such, especially within the state, they have to adopt a collective approach. Because tourism is not limited to the marketing by a particular department, no. I mean, it's a collective approach, and you have to take private stakeholders on board. We have witnessed that the central government is trying to, they have taken the budgets, given bigger budgets for tourism of Kashmir. But on the state level, the policy making has to be collective. Like you see in Switzerland, you see in newer destinations, people now in US, they are opening up Alaska. So we have the place, we have nature, we have everything, and we need tourism.
But what does the stakeholders and the operators need in order for the tourism to return to its previous, like, all-time highs? Like, how can this be achieved?
This can, I mean, as such, because a lot of hard work has gone into making Kashmir famous. Not now, probably 150 years.
Yeah.
Kashmir has a
For a
name.
long period of
Kashmir
time,
has a
it's
name.
been-
I mean, Kashmir was one of the hottest destination on
Jahangir's time.
world. Kashmir has been one of the hottest destinations till 1989 on world tourism maps. It was one of the most preferred destination by a Western, European or domestic traveler. So what do we need now? We need, as I said, the central, the government is pushing up a lot of things, but it has to be, we have to be practical when it comes to the state policies. We face a tremendous problem in winter. Now you see in Europe, flights land in very low visibility. But in Kashmir, it's always a problem. In normal circumstances, a lot of people think twice if they make a plan for January, February, these 2 months, because we are kind of becoming infamous for flight cancellations.
Here, the government's job is, to support the stakeholders who want to explore. Like in skiing, we have such a potential for backcountry trekking, backcountry skiing, and which is also known as ski mountaineering. People want to get, away from these lifts and all that. They want to explore the areas. There is a job of the government to come forward and support those people who want to explore, those areas. And their job is then put it, on the map and show the world that here are the places where you can go for these, adventure activities. And another thing is that they have to, get the hand holding with the stakeholders when it comes to promotion of the different products, be it adventure, be it leisure tourism, be it, we have such a vast choice of, tourism over here. Pilgrim tourism is another sector. We have this heritage tourism here. We have some sites which are thousands of years old, which we can easily, put into the market. We have such a, it is a treasure trove here. The only thing is that government should come forward and give the hand holding to those people who want to put it on the map.
Houseboat people, whether a travel agent, whether a hotelier, and we are trying to give our best. And we want our government, as Yasin straight away said, yes, we want, and I am talking to the government, Rauf is with me always, and we are telling them, please do something. Make things better, because you see the world is changing. People want good comforts, they want good itinerary, good programs, and we should have such things over here now in Kashmir.
We have a tremendous number of people within Kashmir who are traveling now. Like for weekends, they are going to Gulmarg, they are going to Pahalgam. If there is no hotel available, they will just camp on the bank of the stream. So we have witnessed it in the last 1 month. This is going to grow. This is going to grow leaps and bounds. And once the train is fully connected to Kashmir, I mean, you can imagine. The more this state becomes accessible, whether it's landing in the winter, the problem, the more it's eased up when the train gets connected, you are looking at huge number of, and you have to be ready for that. It will be, if we are not ready, if we are not planned, it will be a chaos.
That's where I would like to interrupt. That's where we say we need awareness within the locals also, because when outsiders come and they would ask for a hotel or whatever. So when I say they have spaces of their own where they can accommodate people time and again, they can keep one room for the people, the travelers who are coming. So we have to actually educate the locals, say if somebody comes, you are more than ready to welcome them. But you should not take it as an intrusion. You will come, welcomed as guests, and it will be a source of income to them.
Absolutely.
So you don't really have to, put in money for building hotels and all. If you just educate these people and make sure, okay, you have one room built, leave 2 rooms for tourists, make them stay in your place, teach them your culture, make them eat your food, and meanwhile you make your own money also. So they will also like it, and this will be, a source of income to them throughout. So if we can educate our locals, if we can create more awareness towards this, apart from whatever the government policies we may require.
Well, thank you all for coming and for being a part of the discussion.
Thank you so much for inviting us.
Thank you.